I see there's somebody in here. I'm trying to figure this thing out. It's been like 4 years since I did a live stream, and I don't know if this thing's working or not. So I'm not even trying. I'm trying to figure out how the chat works. So somebody's on here. Somebody says yes, it is. Okay, so you can hear me, right? Okay. Apparently it's working. I'm trying to do a. I'm going to do a painting. See, paint stuff, and I haven't done this in like 4 years. From Liverpool, geez. I don't know. Have, have you ever seen Bob Ross? You know who the Bob Ross is? The painter from years ago. He still played. I don't know if he goes to the UK or not, but he died back, I don't know, 30 years ago or so, back in the 90s, I believe. But I do some paintings every once in a while. This is the first time I ever tried to do a live one, so I'm trying to figure this thing out. But I can see the chat, so that's good. And somebody's on here, so that means it's working. Apparently, you can hear me. So I'm trying to. And you're in Liverpool. Cool, man. That's a long ways. What are we painting? I'm going to try painting. It's going to be like Bob Ross. I don't know if you know who Bob Ross is. Used to be famous painter. Used to be on all the public broadcasting channels and stuff like that. I've been doing paintings like his for years, and it's been a while since I've done one, and I've never done a live one. Uh, but anyway, I've been trying to set this up for a while. For a while, I don't know if you're going to be able to see me. I'm going to turn the thing over here, the camera, uh, but so we can see what we're doing. But first thing I've done is I've already coated this with a thin coat of liquid white. If you ever watched him, you'll know what I'm talking about. But we're gonna try doing some sky, maybe some water down here, and some mountains. Some junk like that. But that's what I'm gonna try to do. But right now I'm gonna get some paint, and we're going to start up here at the top, and we're going to start putting in some sky, basically. So I don't know how much I'm going to be able to read of this and do this at the same time, so for the water, just going to kind of come in from the sides, straight in. Now, isn't that beautiful? Oh, nobody's here. Three a.m. Okay. It's like 9:20 here. Okay, we're gonna put a couple little clouds up here. I'm gonna put in a couple of mountains up here. I'm gonna take some of that blue. You're probably, are you trying to probably go to sleep? Or maybe you're sitting up drinking or something. Kind of hard to do this at a weird angle, but we're going to see how it works. Still watching laying in bed. Wasn't endlessly scrolling, but I'll watch your work. Appreciate it, man. That's cool. I'll try to do this pretty quick. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it in 30 minutes that he's able to do it in. I have done some in close to 30 minutes before, but this is kind of harder to do because I'm having to. Yeah, I've been watching. Actually, been watching Bob the last few nights. He helps me. He really helps me go to sleep, man. That dude, uh, his voice and crap, man. He could put you to sleep, but you don't want to go to sleep because you want to see what he's going to do. But kind of but he kind of inspired me to get out and paint something. Like I said, I maybe do like one or two a year, maybe. Yeah, I've got some posts put on my channel, but I've never done one live. Uh, and I thought, what the heck? I'm gonna try doing more live. That way I ain't gotta sit there and edit it and all that crap. Yeah. But I said, this ain't gonna be perfect because I'm kind of at a weird angle here doing this, and I can't really see what I'm doing too good. But looking great so far. Thanks, man. Super 3D. Yeah, it's supposed to kind of look 3D. This is oil paint, so it uh, kind of gives it a more of a 3D look than like watercolor paints or whatever. Looks like everybody's left the room. I guess I'm too boring. Thanks, man. Oh, have you been to Switzerland? That'd be a cool place to go. I ain't been, I ain't been too many places. It's just here in the United States. I've never even been up north of the United States. I've never been furthest west. I've been as Kansas. Been to Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina. But yeah, that's. Oh yeah, yeah. I bet it is. You get to see a lot of different countries. In New York, Philadelphia, Florida, I'm at Key West. Well, you've been quite a bit over here. Uh, been, been more over here being from Europe than I have. Uh, let's see more of the West Coast. It's been a couple of months doing it. Yeah, I follow a family. They're from New Zealand. New Zealand. something like the New Zealand family or something like that. I can't remember what their name is, but probably just there's probably not too many from New Zealand. So, but they've come over here I think a couple times. I think they're still over here right now. They rented like a big motor home thing and like in California, and they've been posting videos like traveling around uh, different places. It's a man and a wife, and they got two kids, and but yeah, of course they got a thick New Zealand accent, and which is kind of Australian sounding, I guess. But thanks. I'm debating on whether or not to put something else in here that I just thought it would be kind of funny, uh, but I'm not sure. Well, what the heck? I'm gonna try doing this. I'm gonna try painting something. Something kind of peeking out around the tree here. Oh yeah, yeah. I've been into cryptid animals my whole life, pretty much. Uh, and if you're wondering what I'm drawing here, you probably can kind of tell. Uh, but yeah, I've been into like the Bigfoot, Sasquatch stuff. Uh, I've been really interested in that stuff, UFOs, Loch Ness, all kinds of stuff. I mean, that I've, you know, I love watching those kind of shows and stuff. About I watch a guy. I don't. If you ever seen him on, he does. His name is. He goes by Thinker Thunker on YouTube, and he kind of makes videos where he's got where like, where if somebody posts a video or pictures or something of like a Bigfoot or something like that, he can either debunk it or whatever. But he's got a certain way of he's come up with of how he measures dimensions of the body or whatever. It's pretty interesting stuff, uh, but yeah, if you're into that, I mean, you might like him. And there's a bunch of other channels, that do that kind of stuff too. But I actually thought about doing it myself, talking about that kind of stuff. But it seems like there's already so many of them on there already. But so mostly I just try to make stupid funny videos. But sometimes I do art. I just kind of do whatever I feel like doing. I've been doing YouTube for 8 years now, and I mostly just do it for fun. But uh, oh, you're into all that stuff too. That's pretty cool. That's like I said, it's I find it fascinating. I mean, I don't know if like Bigfoot, Sasquatch. I find it where they're pretty much if you look at just about any civilization in the world has going back hundreds of years or thousands of years. A lot of times they've had where they've talked about, and I mean some of it may just be where people just think up stuff. A lot of people fear the woods and stuff like that, so they think up creatures or whatever. But uh, but it's just almost too weird that it's like almost every country in the world has their own version of a hairy beast or hairy man, upright walking creature. Uh, Australia has the yowie. They have uh, of course there was some island or orang pendek. And of course there's the yetis. Of course here in America Sasquatch. Of course we have different ones over here. The different ones that like here in Louisiana we have a couple that they called the Honey Island Swamp Monster. There's a few of them around here that they've got, but they're all basically the same thing. And and just about all over the world. I don't know about in how much in Europe. It seemed like I even seen a show one time where they were even talking about it in like England. They had some type of creature or whatever. Of course they always had their other kind of creatures. The for the Moors and all that kind of stuff. Uh, but but yeah, some of the stuff they put out. There used to be this show on TV over here. It's called Mountain Monsters, and it was pretty ridiculous. I mean, it was pretty just crazy. Finding Bigfoot's kind of weird too, but I got into it when I remember when I was a kid. I went to see a movie. At the beginning of the movie, they played about a 20-minute thing about I don't know if you ever heard the Patterson Gimlin film where they shoot. It's basically the best footage of Sasquatch or Bigfoot. Some people claim, oh, that person's come forward. Different people say they were the man in the suit or whatever, but nobody back then could make a suit like that. Uh, yeah, bears can actually stand up too, but walk. I've actually seen a video one time where a bear was actually walking across somebody's yard on 2 feet, 2 legs, but they're very clumsy. That they, and, I mean, it's obvious it's a bear. I mean, unless you maybe were at night or something, you just think something mumbling jumbling around. But everything looks huge. Actually, yeah, pretty much. I mean, almost any wild animal can be dangerous, but crap, even a dog or a cat can tear you up. Uh, so yeah, it's a lot of pretty much any animal. I've always been into more like reptiles and insects and stuff like that. Uh, since I was a kid, I love playing with snakes and lizards and all kinds of yeah, yeah. I've seen them suckers, man. They can knock the crap out of people, man. Them old kangaroos. Uh, but Australia, Australia has a lot of weird creatures over there. Same thing with New Zealand. They a lot of strange animals. Seems like you know Woozy Moose. Man, I haven't heard your name in forever, dude. They shaved out. They found him. Yeah, I never been into spiders. Now I don't care much for spiders, but pretty much any other bug or reptile I'll mess with. I don't want to fool with no venomous snake or whatever. Uh, but when I was growing up, I had a best friend, and man, we used to go out and catch snakes. We actually when we were about 11, 12 years old, there was a neighbor that he owned a pet store, and he would pay us. This was back in the early '70s, and he would pay us like 10 cents, 20 cents to like catch him like lizards or frogs or whatever, and bring him. And he'd feed them to his reptiles that he kept in his pet store, and we made money doing it. Back then, you get a buck or two, and you're like rich, boy. And sure thing, but Moose, yeah, I ain't seen you in a long time, man. I didn't even know if you were still out there, but actually, I don't know if he's still on here or not, but yeah, I actually went to. I seen where he had commented back years, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. He's commenting on all my stuff all the time, and he, I don't know who this is that's still on here. Is this still STE? Well, I got two people now, but Moose, yeah, he would comment and stuff on my stuff a long time ago, and I actually was going through an old video and I seen his comment and I looked him up and I seen he didn't have no new videos or nothing, but uh, yeah, I think he got kind of discouraged with YouTube. This was back years ago when they were going through all that crap with how to get everybody was trying to get monetize the stuff. Crocs and alligator are fascinating. Florida, the alligators everywhere. There are a lot of them in Louisiana too. Yeah, crocodiles and alligators. They are basically dinosaurs. Even a lot of turtles and stuff like that. We have alligator snapping turtles and stuff like that. Man, they look prehistoric. It's short for Steven. Well, hey, Stephen. My name's Hawk. That's what I go by on here anyway. Uh, yeah, I'm trying to. I need to give my little Bigfoot man here some, I guess, a little bit of a face or something here. Kind of, you can't really tell what they are anyway. He's hanging out behind a tree, so I'm just going to kind of give the illusion of a creature peeking around the tree here. Kind of, but I do need to give him some eyes. Let's give him some eyes. Let's see some white of his eyes. Paint doesn't want to stick. Trust me. Hi, Paul. No, I said Hawk. I don't know if you're talking to me or what. I don't know whether to give him a mouth or not. But let's see. Kind of get where you can see maybe his arm here or whatever. I don't know. I guess somebody could look at that and say something's looking out around the tree. But, let's get a little bit of grass coming up here, different colored stuff. Well, I guess that's about my finished product. I don't know how long that took me, about an hour, I think. Yeah, here we go. Can we see the little? What is that? Something deep in the woods. Deep. Deep in the forest. Deep. Something deep in the forest. Peeking around the tree. Well, let's move us around. So, what do you think? I guess it looks okay. I like my little creatures looking around the wood. My little Sasquatch. I thought of that earlier. When I thought about doing this video, I was like, I ought to make a Bigfoot speaking around a tree. So that's what I did. But, yeah, okay, I've been streaming for an hour and 4 minutes, so I got that done basically an hour. And you can kind of get the gist of what it is. I know it ain't one of my best. If anybody wants to, I know nobody's watching right at the moment. It doesn't look like, uh, but of course I'll post this on my YouTube channel. But if anybody wants to watch it, just go to my art stuff, whatever. I got a uh, a thing where it's basically just all art stuff in it, whatever you call it. Not a folder. I forgot what they call it. Anyway, surprised no one. Surprised I didn't get more people watching this. But I never get too many people watching my videos anyway. Seems like I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but I used to get more views on my stuff, but ever since TikTok started up, I guess more people just want to sit around and watch TikToks and whatever, not really watch YouTube, I guess. But because it seems like when TikTok come out, my views drop a lot, you know. But anyway, I just thought I'd get on here and try this, see how it would turn out. Like I said, I know doing the stream stuff is kind of easier in a way to do than trying to, think up something, edit it, all that kind of stuff on videos and sometimes I'll edit on a video for hours, whereas this I ain't got to edit nothing, it's live. it's, like, uh, it's basically done, man. It's like I can post this on YouTube and then we got a video done. And so I thought about maybe doing more of these. Maybe, I don't know, more painting or something. I don't know. I may even start talking about Bigfoot or Sasquatch or something. I don't know. Do lives or whatever. You get people give their opinions or whatever. Because I mean, there's so much stuff about cryptid, stuff like that, and people have their own things, and it's like UFOs and all that stuff. But nobody's watching again, so I guess I'm gonna probably sign off from this, and maybe some other people will watch it. But anyway, Steven, appreciate you watching, and the other couple of people that tuned in, I guess. I have to go back through this thing and see. If anybody else watched this. He's back. Anyway, but yeah. Well, since it's 3 in the morning, well, I guess it's 4 in the morning over there now. So, yeah, y'all are like 6 hours ahead of us here. I'm in the Central Time Zone, and so y'all are like 6 hours ahead of me, and so it's only 10:20 here. But hopefully you ain't got to get up in the morning. So I know I don't. But anyway, but dude, it's been nice seeing you on here, talking to you. Uh, if you come back and watch something else or watch my. Oh, you're right. Yeah, I don't have to work till Monday, but I work for myself too, so I'm self-employed. But, so I can kind of do whatever I want in a way. I ain't got to be super strict on my hours. I usually am. I've been doing it forever, but I've been in business for like 35, 40 years, something like that. A long time, and just started kind of semi-retiring last year. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna sign off from this thing because I got to clean up all this crap and put it all away, I guess now. So, I think your painting is great. I'll be back to watch again. Subscribe. Thanks for subscribing, man. Yeah, you work also okay. Yeah, most of my hours are just basically 8 to, well, I close at 4:30, but 8 to 4:30, and then on Fridays I actually started last year. I started taking off a half a day, just working half a day. So, uh, and I may cut out Fridays altogether, maybe in another year or two. I don't know, but yeah, appreciate you watching, and appreciate you subscribing and stuff. And watch my other stuff if you want to. So I said something I put out kind of whatever. So mostly stuff I try to do is more comics kind of stuff, but I got a little bit of everything on my channel because I've been doing this for 8 years and I've been experimenting with all kinds of crap. But anyway, but appreciate you watching, and I'm gonna. Now I got 3 people in here. 3 people, man. 3 whole people watching me right now. Maybe I should stay on, man. I may get more. No, now it's back down to 1. So, yeah. Maybe if I do more of these, maybe more people will watch. Maybe. I didn't put nothing out or whatever. I just went live. Thought, what the heck? I wasn't even sure how to even work this thing. Thanks, RUH. Appreciate it. See my little. Can you tell what that is over there behind the tree? Something peeking out from around the tree, like I'm peeking into the corner of the thing here. I don't know why. I might as well just turn this thing a little bit. Oh yeah, you like them? Yeah, I try to make funny stuff. I mean, I try to make pretty comical stuff most of the time, but but I've got a little bit of everything on my channel. But you know, uh, but there's more art stuff if you're interested in that. You go. But some of them I've just done. It's sped up. Some of them I talk in them, just different junk like that. But they're all in the style of Bob Ross. I've done some like acrylic paint, watercolor paint, stuff like that. But I've done some drawing. But uh, draw myself as a Peanuts character a while back. uh, if you like Charlie Brown, Peanuts, all that stuff, whatever. But anyway, oh, do you really? That's cool. I've been watching Bob Ross. Of course, he's been dead for like 30 years or something. I think he died around 1995 or 96 or something like that. And he's been gone a long time. But his channel, I mean, his stuff has been more popular since he died. you know, than I watch him all the time. I've watched. I mean, he put out like I don't know how many seasons of paintings. But yeah, he it was amazing. When I first started watching it, I was like, man, how can he do that in 30 minutes? And of course, when I started doing it, I have done some in about 30 minutes, sometimes a little bit longer, but I guess once you do a bunch of them, and he pretty much kind of paints I mean, he does some ocean stuff. I mean, I got paintings. I don't. I'll try to. I'll see if I can show you. I don't know if you can see. I'll turn this camera. I don't know if you can see that one or not. There's one there on the wall. I've got a couple other ones up there. I don't know if you can see them. I've done a few ocean scenes and stuff like that, but I wish I could find a bobblehead. That's funny. That's pretty cool. Maybe they got them online or something. I don't know. Where'd you find yours at? Uh, Thanks. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, where'd you get your little bobblehead? Oh, it was on Amazon. That's gonna have to look on there. That'd be funny. I'd like to get one of those. Bobblehead Bobble Ross. I guess he's got the big afro and stuff. Yeah, Mr. Potato. That's funny. Potato Head version of Bob Ross. Yeah, his afro sometimes, like sometimes on some of his early ones, man, it was pretty out there, you know. But then after he got older, I think it kind of got tamed down a little bit. Actually, I used to have an afro when I was younger, when I was out of high school and stuff. Had me a not a big one. It was a tight fro. but yeah, it's pretty cool, old Bob. Kind of a funny story. When I was in 10th grade, I took a acrylic painting, and I failed that class. Teacher gave me all F's for the whole year, all F's. I never passed nothing. I turned in stuff, but I guess she didn't like it. I don't know, but I don't know how you can really fail art, but she failed a bunch of people in there. She was kind of weird. She was kind of a weird teacher, but she was more interested in eating her cup of soup in there. I had her last period of the day, so I think she was just ready to leave. So she never taught us anything or anything. She's like, try painting this or whatever. Then she just give everybody else whatever. But so I kind of got discouraged with art. My ninth grade year, I made straight A's in art, but it was more like drawing and stuff like that, ink, stuff like that, charcoal stuff. And I loved that teacher. He was great. He was actually a coach, but he he gave me straight A's in that class. But go to the 10th grade, man, and I failed that sucker. So I started watching Bob Ross in the early '90s, and I was like, man, that's funny. And my wife at the time, my ex-wife now, but she bought me a Bob Ross painting kit. I made him my first couple of paintings, and just got a little bit better. And everybody was wanting me to paint pictures and paint stuff for them for their birthdays and Christmas and everything. So I gave away tons of stuff, you know. And but yeah, it was a. And I kind of slacked off on it. Like I said, I'll do one or two, maybe a year, every once in a while. Mostly, I just do it to make a video. It's just something to do, but on a video. But it's kind of a pain though, a little bit. You know, it's a lot of if unless you got a place where you're set up all the time. Uh, yeah, that's what I think. I mean, everybody's got a. I don't know how you can fail art. I've seen. I mean, there's some pictures that people just splatter paint on, and they sell them for $1 million or whatever. So I don't see how you can really fail art, but yeah, I failed art. 10th grade art. Yeah, and it was uh, kind of like I said. It made it to where I didn't really want to do art anymore after that, and I didn't really care much for that teacher after that. And old lady Moore, that's what her name was. Her last name was Moore. Everybody called her old lady Moore. She was a she's probably gone by now, but she was pretty old back then. I mean, back then, well, I thought she was probably in her 40s, but uh, back then, because when you're 15, you're like somebody that's 40. You're like them. They're ancient, man. And so she was probably only like 40 or something, but that's been a long time ago. So she'd be like freaking 90 or 100 now. But my dad's still kicking. He's going on 96, so he's still going at it. Uh, 96, man, almost 96. So I don't know if I want to live that long. He's always talking about my dad. That's what he's always talking about. He's all pretty much all of his family and stuff, except for his kids and stuff, have all died. Or he's outlived everybody. So it's kind of, yeah, it is a long time. I mean, but he's still. I mean, he's getting old. He can't do as much as he used to, but he still got all of his brain, man, and he can still tell stories, and he's pretty quick. He's losing his eyesight. His hearing's pretty bad, but yeah, I'll probably going over tomorrow to see him, but I usually try to get over there every couple of weeks to see him, and we'll probably watch the New Orleans Saints. Well, I don't know if they're playing tomorrow or not. They may be. I think they are playing tomorrow, but we a lot of times watch the New Orleans Saints because we're in Louisiana, so we watch the Saints. But that's kind of the only team I've ever watched. Started watching them back in the '60s, man, and they've had their ups and downs, mostly downs, but yeah. I don't know if you. I don't know if this is exciting, me just rambling about crap, but whatever. If you don't want to listen to more, just say, "Hey, shut up." Ain't gonna offend me none. I don't care. But like I said, I just got on here to do this painting and see what anybody else get on here and yak with me, do a little chatting, whatever. Anyway, but I probably should get off of here and because I gotta pick up all this junk and clean it up and clean my brushes and everything else. That takes a good 30 minutes. So the Saints are, yeah. I mean they have their ups and downs. I mean I don't know how they're going to do that. I mean they haven't made the playoffs in a while, but when of course when Breeze was with them, they were much better, but as quarterback, but you can't stay quarterbacking forever, I guess. But he done pretty good for him, and like I said, they got this new guy Carr. I guess he's going to be starting again this year. Uh, so maybe they'll make the playoffs. Who knows? I mean, usually I can kind of pretty much tell. I can pretty much tell after about 3 or 4 games how they're going to do. Now you too. Yeah, I'm going to sign off here too. I appreciate you watching me, and you have a great weekend. Let's see, how do I sign off of this thing? Just push this. Stop streaming. Yes.